I'm Chris, and today I'm going to go over how to get Neosporin, iodine, Vaseline, cotton balls, matches, and anything else inside of a little straw like this. Let's do this real quick. Now, I really like this idea of being able to keep liquids inside of your kits without having to have a bottle or the whole bottle or something, but to keep it inside a kit in a straw that's going to be sealed and it's not going to leak on you if you do it properly. I really enjoy that idea, and especially having some fire kit and stuff like that inside the straw. As we all know, putting cotton balls into Vaseline and putting it inside a bag or something like that, it gets a little messy. Something like this is nice and compact, and you can fit a cotton ball in there, and you got a little fire starter all ready to go, and it's not going to get wet. It's going to stay sealed. So the problem I'm having here is how to identify this stuff. I know what's in the kit, I know what the uses are for these items, but if somebody else is using my kit, they're not going to know. So the idea I had come up with is to lay it out maybe like this or something similar, take a picture of everything, and then go into Photoshop or something like that and label each item, print that picture out to the size I need to fit in whatever kit I'm putting it in. That way everything's labeled and identified and organized, and they can easily see what's in the kit and what's not in the kit. So that's the idea I have at the moment. I tried marking this stuff with permanent marker, but that's not working. The permanent marker is just washing off. But even so, that's a system I have to where 2 stripes means it's flammable, 1 stripe means it's just medical and it's not flammable. So there's different ways to do different things. If anybody has any ideas, please leave it in the comment below. But just to go over here, for some of this stuff, the hydrogen peroxide here looks the same as isopropyl alcohol. So you need some sort of a system to identify the two. You could use a larger straw for the hydrogen peroxide, a smaller one for the alcohol. I would do it in reverse because the alcohol is flammable. You're going to have more uses for that. Chamomile lotion, you could find that in nature with different plants like jewelweed and stuff like that. Jewelweed, touch-me-not weed, whatever you want to call it, is generally found around poison ivy. It's somewhere close to it. Identify the plant, look for it. That way you don't need to carry something like this in your kit. The antiseptic, it looks like antiseptic to me. Iodine, everybody pretty much knows what iodine looks like. Vaseline, you know the feel of it, but then Vaseline is pretty similar to antibiotic ointment or Neosporin. Sunscreen generally looks like sunscreen. Honey looks kind of interesting in a straw. Not many people see it in a straw, but the antibacterial properties in it alone, it's something useful to keep in your kit, plus it's a food source. So what we're going to go over real quick is how to make something like this. So to achieve something like this, you just place your straw inside your pliers, press down, and then take your lighter and melt the ends. Once you have the end melted, you could leave it like that, or for a little added security, just kind of press and hold it with the pliers. That way it really seals the end and it's not going to leak on you. Now when you want to go ahead and put product in the straw, in my case I'm going to be putting sunscreen in there, you want to cut the straw down the length first, and you want to cut it a little bit larger than what you're going to need. And then we're going to go ahead and take that end of the straw, clamp it down, melt it with our lighter, and seal it off, just like we did before. Now the only thing we're going to do different this time is just cut the corner just a little bit, just to allow a little hole inside there so the air can escape somewhere. Then we're going to go ahead and take the other end of the straw, kind of seal it on the product that we're using, and just push it right through. This way the air goes out the other end, and you want to stop about there. Now this end, unfortunately, it's going to get just a little bit messy. Try to keep it as clean as you can, but as soon as you go and take your pliers and compress that down, it's going to want to leak all over the place. So it's very simple. You just wipe it up, try to get it all out, and then we're just going to do the same thing. You're going to take your lighter, melt the ends of it, and you want to make sure you melt these ends a little bit better because there's product in there and it's going to prevent the ends from melting. And now the other end that we cut, we're going to go ahead and melt that end again. Just that little cut part. And then we can do the squeeze test and see if there's any leaks. Now you see I got a leak up there. And wherever you have the leak, you're just going to wipe it, crimp it, and then melt it again. And you're just going to keep repeating until you get all the leaks out of there and you get everything nice and sealed. And then you just squeeze it again. And now we have a perfectly sealed straw, in my case, with sunscreen inside. And this is the same process for about every item that was on the table. Now it's in your best interest to absolutely use caution when you're putting any product inside a straw that is flammable. Use common sense. Be close to a water source or some place where you can extinguish a fire if it happens. But you want to be extremely careful so you don't burn yourself. And I urge you to use caution and do so at your own risk. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it useful, please leave me a comment below. Definitely give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, and please check out some of my other videos. Thanks again.